Welcome, problem solving fans, to another problem of the day. And this one is all about Henry and his potatoes, and specifically your knowledge of equivalent decimals and fractions. So, Henry is buying 2.5 kilograms of potatoes. He uses 4/5 of a kilogram to make some mash. What is the mash of potatoes he has left? Well, obviously, what we've got here is one of the numbers is given as a decimal and the other one is given as a fraction. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this 4/5 into a decimal. Now, some of you may know this already, that 4/5 is equivalent to 0.8. So 4/5 of a kilogram will be equivalent to 0.8 kilograms. But if you don't know it, then what we're going to do is draw a quick bar to illustrate where the 0.8 comes from. Well, obviously the whole bar is worth one whole one, and we're splitting it into fifths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 pieces. Now if you split one whole one into 5 pieces, it's like doing this. 1 divided by 5. 5s into 1 won't go, but because you haven't really used the 1, you would carry the 1 to the next column. But the next column is empty, so you would need to put a 0 in to fill that empty column. Just in the same way that if we are adding up something like this, we sometimes put an extra 0 in there to make all the columns have something written in them. So this is why we put this extra 0 in. But by putting the 0 in, we're turning the 1 into 10. So we need to put a decimal point in there as well to keep it being worth 1.0. So 5s into 10 makes 2. So if you're splitting one whole one into 5 equal pieces, once you put your decimal point back in, it's 0.2. So what we need to do is write on our 5 pieces 0.2. But I'm actually only going to write on 4 of them because it's only asking me about 4/5. So 4/5 would be 4 lots of 0.2. And 4 lots of 0.2, it's going to go 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. So that's where our answer of 0.8 comes from. 0.2 times 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 0s are 0. Put your point in, 0.8. So he's actually using 0.8 kilograms. So all we need to do now is subtract that 0.8 kilograms from the original 2.5 kilograms that he has bought. So it's going to be a subtraction. So it's going to be 2.5 kilograms subtract 0.8 kilograms. Make sure you get your decimal points lined up. Then let's work it out. 5 subtract 8 we can't do, so we need to borrow. Borrow from the 2 and that becomes 1, and then 1 we've borrowed turns the 5 into 15. 15 take away 8 is 7, 1 take away 0 is 1. Put your decimal point back in, and your final answer is 1.7 kilograms. Don't forget to put your units on the end. So what is the mass of the potatoes he has left? Final answer, 1.7 kilograms.